Hey, it's a beautiful day. I figured I'd make a little tutorial on my off-road lawn tractor, an old Murray. So, what did I just do? Got my welder out. Welded this muffler on. It's off of Honda 400EX. I used to have this straight pipe with the flap on top. That was it was loud. It was annoying. That's okay now. There's no spark arrestor in that, so it's still relatively loud. I don't really like this racing seat. It's just all I had. I kind of want to get an actual lawn tractor seat. Put her on. So let's start front. Hand crank winch. Just welded that on. Really like the style of these old Murrays. These here, sticking out the front, are snowmobile skis. Steel skis, chop the front off, flip them upside down, use the leaf spring, a little lifting block. That's the factory shock, just upside down. Welded to the stock Murray lawn tractor axle. So I essentially gave it a lift kit and suspension at the same time. Had to fab up my own little bracket, little extension. Under there is all stock. This motor is a Honda 200E, no reverse. Does have high and low range. Had to cut a big hole in the hood for it. And to open the hood, I have to loosen off this screw. It's kind of annoying. Take my air filter off. Then I can open the hood. Pull start back up. Put my wiring away. The stock Murray used to have a rubber disc as the joint here. I welded this unit in. I just got it from John Deere, just a plain old universal joint. What do we got here? Okay, first I started with this fuel tank on the back. Turned an old air tank into my fuel tank. Got a filter there. Then I have this pump, which is meant for carburetors, but it put out way too much pressure for this little tiny carburetor. And it just kept flooding the motor. So instead of a pressure regulator or anything like that, my solution was this old gas tank off a snowblower. It just gravity feeds. It has its own filter in there. It sits on top of the motor. Gravity feeds into the tank. Into the carb, I mean. And the rear tank is simply an auxiliary tank, and that is now a transfer pump that I can turn on whenever I feel like this tank is getting low. So that setup works pretty awesome. Throttle cable, that right there is the thumb throttle, and I rigged up a gas pedal with a spring on it. This brake lever works. It activates. I have a quad axle in the back. I believe it's from a Suzuki 250. Yeah, LT 250. So it's got a big old drum brake on it. Quad axle. The bolt pattern on these old quads was a 3-bolt pattern, but the spline is the same as the Honda trike hubs. So I just threw the Honda hubs on this Suzuki axle. Those big old tires came with the Honda trike that motor came from. Stock lawn tractor tires, gotta do something with those. Those are useless. How I ran my chain, try and show you here. Comes up. I got 2 idler pulleys. This pulley has multiple holes, and that's how I set my chain tension. I can drill as many holes as I want as the chain stretches. Well, I mean, I can only come back to there, but get the idea. Once I get back to that point, remove a link, start back at the beginning. I really need a chain guard. Comes up into the trike. I built all my own motor mounts. Trial and error. I didn't have all that gusseting at first. They broke off. That's how these things are built. Trial and error. Okay, I'll fire it up. It's pretty loud. Show you the chain running. Oh, gotta turn the ignition on. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.